Okay, welcome to class. This is Fast Track to Millions. My name is Solera. I'm so excited to get started with you. So, if you don't know who I am, I'm a spiritual channel. I help people create abundance in all areas of life. As the guides always say, we want you to be happy and rich, okay, and not rich and miserable. So, let's create this together. And the first lesson that we're going to be talking about is what do you really want? Okay. So, this is going to be a really difficult thing for a lot of people because as you start to access this new chapter in your life, sometimes it's just like you don't really know what you want, right? There's no clarity in what you want because you want what other people want. Let's say if they have a house, you want a house. If they have a car, you want a car. Or maybe some people they travel the world, kind of like Solera. Then you're like, well, I want to travel the world. But what do you really want? Right? Fast track to millions is like, okay, I'm going to create millions of dollars, but what do I want to do, right, with millions of dollars? Like, what are you going to do? Right? Today, let's say we give you $5 million or even $10 million in cash. What you gonna do? Right? And you might say, I'm gonna just invest it or I'm gonna save it. Okay, you're gonna save the money, but and then what? Right? So we're gonna get really, really clear, okay, on exactly what you want. That's going to be the first lesson because without knowing that, you're going nowhere. It's like there's no goal. Like you're aiming nowhere. Okay. So this is going to take a little bit of work, not a lot of work, just a little bit of work. Okay. Remember, you are a creator. You are the same as the creator. The energy is the same. You might say, well, but I'm like a little, fraction of the creator, right? The universe, God, whatever you want to call that. But so you're still the same energy, right? A drop of water in the ocean is still part of the ocean. So it's technically still the ocean. Okay. So if you are a creator and you're a powerful creator, what do you want to create? Okay. So I want you to write down, just get a piece of paper actually right now. Just do it. You can pause the video. Write down a list of 10 things. Okay. I want this. 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 And then like actually look at that list. Okay. We're giving you $10 million. I'm giving you $10 million. Okay. You're going to write down all the things that you want. Okay. A and B and C and D and E and F and G, like all the things. So you may say, okay, the $10 million, I'm going to buy a $5 million house since I have $10 million, right? And then I'm going to get myself like a Porsche car because they look so fancy. And then I'm going to get myself like a boat because that sounds like fun. And I've seen rich people do that. Whatever. Okay. Just write it down. But then, like, once you get to like number 10, you might be like, okay, what I really want. Okay. Because once you fulfill your material needs, right, you're going to want to do more. Like, how are you going to make a contribution to the world by having the $10 million, right? Maybe you're like, I just want to leave it for my kids. And that's fine. That is your contribution, right? You're going to create legacy for your children. And that's also okay. Like, I'm going to really create legacy for my kids. I want to be able to have enough money so I can, buy a home for each one of my children. And because I want them to feel secure in life. That's not a problem. Okay. So this is exactly what you want. You're like, okay, I want to have $10 million and maybe I'm going to buy a $1 million home for each of my kids, however many you have. Maybe you have three. Okay. And then maybe I want to set 10% aside for all the charities. Maybe you have a lot of charities that you like. Isla really likes animals, so a lot of her money goes to animal charities, but you can pick your own. Okay. So you do everything now. Okay, all the things you want, buy all the things you want. Like $10 million is sufficient, okay, for most people on the planet. That you can pretty much experience most things that you want. Maybe not enough to pay for a rocket ship to go to the moon, but besides that, you can enjoy earthly things with $10 million, right? Get really clear. And a lot of times people get so frustrated. They say, come to me and say, oh, I really don't know what I want. I just don't know what I want. I keep thinking about what I want, but I don't know what I want. Okay. Do you do that? You might do that, right? So it's okay if you don't know exactly, like, you don't really need to know the details. Okay. Like, if you're not a detailed person, like, I'm not a detailed person. So like, my ideas are generally really vague. Okay. Before I was a channel, um, the only thing I ever wanted was to be free, which is kind of vague, right? I didn't exactly know how I was going to be free. I didn't know that I needed money to be free. Like, hello, didn't know that. I didn't know what kind of job I wanted to have in order to have freedom. And then channeling came to me. Like, I was one of probably the few people on the planet who didn't want to be a channel. Like, I didn't want any psychic power. Like, I'm like, no, thank you. I'm good. Like, I'm happy in my little bubble. Right. I was like tutoring kids for like $50 an hour. I was satisfied. Like, I was okay with it, content, maybe. Not satisfied, but content. Um, I was like, I just want to be free. Like, I want to travel. I don't go wherever I want. So that was all I knew. It was like a vague idea. I just knew wanted to be free. And I wanted a lifestyle, that allowed me to do that. So then, my ability to channel came really quickly. I went to Iceland for 3 months and then boom, I became a channel. Like, literally, I reconnected with a friend of mine. And I just felt this urge, like, I got to talk to this person that I hadn't talked to her for 10 years. We went to university together. And then the first thing she said to me was like, you know what, Solera? Um, Actually, she didn't call me Solera because I had a Chinese name. I know the story. And she was like, I'm no longer practicing law. I'm doing something called the Akashic Records. And I was like, oh, that's cool. She was like, you should too. It's not that hard. And so because she said that, I'm like, well, if she says it's not that hard, maybe it's not that hard. I Googled it, learned how to channel right away. Okay. Like, right away. It just came to me. Like, I've been saying I want to be free. And then so I got this tool, right, to channel my spirit guide, channel the Akashic Records. And once I learned how to do that, it's like I started to get information, right, on what I need to do, where I need to go. I was, I went, I was guided to go to Thailand. My ex-boyfriend then asked, hey, do you want to go to Thailand with me? I just met him. I was like, okay. I asked the guys if I should go, and they're like, yeah, just go. It's a vibrant place. You have challenges there, but it'll be a vibrant place. You'll enjoy it. So I went. We broke up in 4 days. He left me, so I ended up in Thailand. So yeah, from then, it was one thing after another. My spirit guides asked me to write books. Some of you might have read it. It's called the Life Manual Trilogy. Right, the first book is called Create the Life You Want. You can search on Amazon if you're interested. And I'm like, I didn't want to be a writer. Like, I've never ever want to be a writer. It was like not a desire. Like, again, I'm a vague manifester. Like, I manifest in a really vague way because I never know what the details are. So if you're like me and you don't know the details, it's fine. Like, please don't beat yourself up because I never know what the details are. They're like, you're gonna read books and write books. And they woke me up at 7 a.m. And if you know me, like, you would know that I am not a morning person. Like, I wake up really late every day. I just can't get up. And but every day it's like boom on the clock, 7 o'clock, 7 o'clock. So got up, reluctantly, like, fine. I put my fingers on the keyboard, type, type, type. I do thank my mother for making me play piano since I was 3 years old. So I type really fast. And I took a typing class in 10th grade. So it's like I'm pretty good on the keyboard. So that's all I did. I wasn't even thinking, typed the 3 books. I finished each book in 25 days. It was really fast. And then COVID came, everything went online. My old life coach has saw a post I wrote on Facebook and asked me if she could come get a reading. She started referring other people to me. It was like a lot of things happened. Again, sometimes when I ask myself, like, did I manifest that? I knew what I wanted, which is freedom. I knew I knew what it felt like to be free, um, in small moments. Like I would go to, like I studied abroad Japan when I was in college, and it's like I remember that feeling being so free and young and stupid, but like really fun, you know? And I studied abroad in grad school in Italy. Again, it's like, oh, just that freedom, going wherever I want, exploring, speaking Italian and, eating pastry and eating gelato. Like I had moments and I remember those feelings. Like it's like, that just that sense of like adventure, exploration, going wherever I want, whenever I want, and doing whatever I want. It was like that was freedom for me. I didn't know that took money. Like I really didn't know. I was like really terrible with money. And then the guides showed me what to do. Like they showed me what to do, how to make money, how much to charge, what programs to sell. I had no like marketing skills, right? Like I was a dance teacher for a while, but the way I became a dance teacher was like I had a Yelp page and everybody reviewed it. So then I had like clients from that way. If you don't know what a Yelp page is, it's like a review site in the United States. I don't know if they still have it. It's been a while. Okay. So don't worry if you don't know what you want exactly. Because I wouldn't say any of the things I manifested were what I wanted, like specifically, right? I knew I wanted to travel. I knew I wanted to have, nice things, hopefully. But even that was like really vague. Like the guides really had to teach me how to appreciate luxury and nice things. They're like, I went to Thailand. Like, why don't you go to the mall and touch all the nice things, try all the handbags. So I went one day and I tried on probably 200 handbags. I came home with like a really sore shoulder, like I had like shoulder pain from trying so many handbags. I know, really stupid. But like I got used to it and I got more comfortable with like the idea of luxury and things like that. Again, I grew up with parents who are not that great with money, didn't make a lot of money. And I was constantly told by my mom, oh, we're not like those people. Like, we don't buy designers, you know, like, right, that's her value. She is a good mom otherwise, but, she was just trying to teach me not to be vain, right? And not to be frivolous. And we didn't have much, right? She made $20,000 a year supporting me and my brother. So, um, life was not that easy. And, resources were extremely limited. So I grew up with that kind of thinking. So I am very grateful. Everything I know, I owe it to my spirit guides. Like literally get really clear. Okay, this is really the first lesson. Just write down all the things, all the things. I want this, I want this, I want this, I want this. And it's okay if they're frivolous, it's okay if they're vain. Like for a while, I was like, I just want to fill up a whole closet with designer bags. Like that was my biggest desire. I mean, I don't feel that way anymore. Um, I've bought enough bags to know they're just bags. I still like them, I appreciate them, right? I appreciate what money can buy for me. So this course, Fast Track to Millions, it's just really about articulating, hey, if I had $10 million, what I want to do. Okay, just start with that. Be totally unlimited in your thinking. Journal, journal, journal. And guys, like, you know, people can't tell you what you want. Your spirit guides can't tell you what you want. Your angels can't tell you what you want because you have free will. Okay. This is why we are alive. We have free will to experience that free will. So you have to take your power back. Does that make sense? Be like, I have power. I'm going to decide the kind of life that I want to have. Okay. Some of the things are frivolous and vain, like the things that I want. And then maybe there are other things that really matter to you. Like I really like other people's children, even though I don't really want kids of my own. It makes me so happy to spoil like my friends' kids. Like I love buying them stuff that their parents would never buy for them. I'm like the cool aunt. It makes me really happy to just spoil them with stuff. It makes me really happy to donate money to, you know, charities. Like there's a woman in upstate New York that saves like foxes and like wolves and stuff like that. And just she's like a single mom. Like, and like I always do that. Like I want to donate money to people that do amazing things. So, okay, This is your homework. This is actually probably one of the hardest things to do, but I'm gonna like, make you do the hard thing first. Okay, you do the step, the rest of the course is gonna be a lot easier for you because it's easy for me to do the clearing. We're gonna get rid of some of the limiting beliefs you have. Like those things are actually not that hard. Getting really clear on what you want is actually the hardest part, I think. Okay, so go take care of that, and I'll see you in the next lesson.